All right, welcome back to KSU Esports. Kind of. Again, we're here on my channel, obviously the personal channel. We are streaming from home because there is a tornado warning here at Kansas State University. And when I say warning, I mean I was in a shelter earlier today, hiding with a bunch of fellow college people and a very cute dog. So, welcome back. We are going to be streaming this KSU SSBU team yet again. These guys played absolutely phenomenal on Monday. Just in case anyone missed it, which I don't know why you would, these guys have been playing great. Just in case you missed it, they played absolutely phenomenal. So the format is a 4v4 crew battle. Each player gets 3 stocks, and as soon as all your stocks are gone, you're out for that game. It is best of 3, so you have a chance to make a little comeback. But K-State didn't need it. They went 7-0 on their first game. They didn't even get through half their lives before dismantling the other team in game 1. And then in game 2, it was the same exact thing. 7-0 again, a 14-0. Just an absolute dismantlement of MVNU Cougars. But now we are here against BVU, Buena Vista University. I don't want to butcher that, so I'm very sorry if anyone's watching from over there and I'm mincing it up. But we're going to be getting into game 1 right now. So keep in mind, this is the start of the entire series. This is going to set the pace moving forward for everything for the rest of this game. So as soon as you lose a stock, it is gone. You cannot get it back, and your team is now down that stock. But whatever percent you take, that gets reset if you can end the game and get moving on to the next one. Now, unfortunately, there is not very high background music on this map for some reason. Let me see if I can get that going for y'all. But yeah, let me see if I can find a little better music here. But we are going to see KSU Friend Cat going to be the first player out for K-State. Yes, the name is a little messed up. There's no way to fix that. But yes, this is Friend Cat, the Pit and Dark Pit player. We saw him be the lead for both of their games on Monday as well. And both times, he was able to take 4 stocks to his 3. So he gave K-State a lead consistently. And it looks like they want to start him again into this min-min matchup. I think Dark Pit does pretty well here. You have the speed, you have the range, you have the frame data to kind of bully Min-Min in that close range. And you're not a sitting duck from far away. You have that down B, you have that neutral B, you have that side B, just like we're seeing here. And look at this. That's going to be the stock. Friend Cat's going to find the neutral B to open this up for KSU. Yeah, that is an absolutely insane start from him there. Now, he is going to go down a bit on the second stock, which isn't great. But, once again, the percent doesn't matter. It's all about the lives you can hold on to. So I'm trying to find some music here that will not get my channel absolutely exploded by the content gods. This is not as fast-paced as I thought. Let's see. Alright, at least you guys have a little background music for this game instead of the crickets that we're hearing from the game itself. But I just want to make this a little bit more exciting for you guys, because this is pretty exciting for me. This is the first year of KSU Super Smash Brothers. The first year of competition. The first time we've ever had a team, and they are already in the national competition. And man, did they look good in game 1 on Monday. Round 1. Now we're on to round 2 here. And I think this team can go the distance. But with that being said, Friend Cat is going to lose their last stock. So, that is going to be the first player down for K-State. All 3 stocks gone. So KSU is left with 9 left. BVU left with 10. Now, here's where this format kind of gets interesting. Now that Friend Cat has been eliminated, we get to sub in a new player. No, please tell me someone from K-State's playing Minmin. Sorry, I just pulled up chat. Someone from K-State playing Minmin? No, thankfully not. It's Friend Cat on the pit, and it's the captain of BVU playing the Minmin that I'm aware of. Should be the Minmin. Anyway, sorry, so this is where this format gets interesting. Basically, K-State has seen that this guy plays Min-Min, and so we are allowed to counterpick not only characters, but players into him. We know that he's Min-Min, we know that he has 1 stock left. All we have to do is take this stock away without losing anything ourselves, and then we just even it out. If, you know, it looks like Bannon is going to go in. If Bannon can take away this last Min-Min stock without losing anything himself, it evens it out, the lead is gone, and then K-State gets back to a sense of normalcy here. Losing the lead is pretty tough, because, you know, if we do that, or whatever happens, when that new player comes in, they then get to counterpick the Fox from Bannon. But Bannon is a phenomenal player. I think he's top 50 in Kansas right now. If there's a guy that I want leading early in this game, it's going to be him. So we're going to have to see what we make happen as we go into this next one. So I'm just trying to make sure I check everything, get everything good to go. Alright, so I just want to make sure we got everything good to go, and it's looking like we are. So, once again, if you're just joining us, if you're just coming in from the K-State Esports Discord, yeah, I agree. But if you're just coming in from the K-State Esports Discord or from the Manhattan Smash Discord, basically what you've missed is this is round 2 of Nationals for NECC. This is our first year of competition. This team has an opportunity to do something pretty sick. Uh-oh, 1 second. We should be able to see this. Nope, that is Counter-Strike. Did we mix up the, Uh-oh. I think we mixed up what we're doing here, so let me try and troubleshoot this real quick. Let me try and troubleshoot this real quick, and we'll see what we can do. Now, what's nice here is that, even though this is mixed up, there is a pretty large chance that, yeah, I think he's just streaming the wrong screen. That's tough. But, there's a pretty good chance that we just take the stock, move on, and we can get this game fixed for you guys. So we'll just go back to me chatting for a minute. Basically, we just have to take this last stock off of the Min-Min to get this game rolling and get this game going back in the right direction. Oh, and Scotty exited. I wonder if there was a tech issue or what. Thankfully, we didn't have any of this on Monday, but of course, it's going to leave it all on us now. That's interesting. The lobby appears to be messed up. I wish I had a better answer for you guys. Yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and switch it over while they try and figure this out, so I can chat with you guys. So someone in chat said, Ben just needs to take this one stock. Cat taking the second stock at a super high percent was huge. Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about. The percents actually don't really matter as much, because whenever a game ends, that gets reset, right? No matter what, that percent gets reset, gets forgiven. So all that matters is that stock. Any clutch stock you can take, any clutch stock you can hold on to, you know, that's what matters the most. Never seen that before. Yeah, me neither, but it is what it is. It is what it is. There's no stress. So I am super excited to see what these guys can do once we get this lobby stuff set back up. If anyone has any other questions about the format or anything like that, please let me know. We will figure this out together, because that's just kind of how tech is right now, and especially with our internet situation here at K-State due to all of the inclement weather. I believe I'm using that word correctly. All right, they let me know that they're trying to fix it. Sorry, just trying to stay up to date. But yeah, this is round 2. So everything is single elimination in nationals. We do not get a run back. If we lose this, or you know, if something happens, we don't get another run at this. They have to win this game to keep moving through nationals. If they lose, they get knocked out, and I think they're top 8. I believe would be the cutoff. They would be top 8 in the nation, top 8 in their division in the nation, which would be great. Don't get me wrong, but we can do better. I've seen these guys play. I've seen this team at practice, and I believe that we can do better. So I'm gonna get out of the way. We're back into the smash. We're back into the action. We're back into the stuff that you guys are here to see, quite frankly. So I'm excited to get back into this, as it's Scotty Macon who has to take this last stock off. Not Bannon. I was incorrect on that one. Scotty played absolutely phenomenal last week. On Monday, if you weren't there. And if you weren't, you missed an absolute show. 7 stocks taken in game 1. And then didn't even get to see the light of competition for game 2, because we won that convincingly with the rest of our team. But 7 stocks taken before going down. Only losing 2 on his side. So let's see what he can make happen here. The number one thing is that he does not lose a stock. We just have to take this last hit off of the Min-Min. We have to even it out. And I know this matchup is a little rough, which is why we're seeing a lot of rough neutral. But oh no, Scotty Macon is going to lose that first one. Not going to be able to take it out without a hitch. And we're going to see a little bit of a biffed combo there. I mean, this is part of what we're talking about with the matchup. This is not a matchup you want to play if you're Falco, and also probably one that we don't have a lot of practice with here in Kansas. Not a ton of Min-Min play. I think there's one player in the top 100. Yeah, I believe there's only one in the top 100 of Kansas. We just don't see it a bunch. But yeah, we're going to see him there try and go deep. Once again, percent doesn't matter. All that matters is that he can take this last stock before going down himself. He just has to make something happen here. The longer this goes, the more sketch it gets, and the more confidence this Min-Min has. Misreading the DI, and there's another dropped combo conversion. This is getting sketched now. Scotty Macon has to lock this in, but the Min-Min is just covering all the options. The back air is not going to be able to hit. There's so little end lag on so much of the options here. There it is. Up smash out of shield. It's going to make that one happen. Scotty is going to lose their first stock down to 8, but that is all right. We got past the hurdle of their captain of this Min-Min. We should be able to get it rolling now. Should be able to get it rolling. Now, BVU is going to have a chance to counterpick Scotty if they have, you know, maybe a sortie player, maybe a Samus player, something like that in the back pocket. They're allowed to throw it out. They're allowed to, you know, kind of get that counterpick going, which isn't what you want to see. But Scotty has had to deal with that a lot, especially on Monday, especially all season, quite frankly. So I have a lot of faith that he's going to be able to make this happen. So they are going to be figuring that out here as we get ready to go into it. 8 to 9. It's not that bad. So I think this is one of my first times getting to cast this format. Obviously, I got to Monday, but this is my first kind of season of getting to cast this format. I've never broadcast a tournament with this type of rule set, and so I'm trying to figure out, maybe the meta, maybe the key points, and I think this is one of them where 8-9 is not a very bad deficit because yes, you're down a stock, but you're still just playing a 1v1 with the characters straight. Where it starts to matter is like on that mid where they had one stock left and they were able to keep it rolling and make it dangerous for K-State. Where that one stock lead matters more is when it's a player break, and then it kind of allows that sketchiness to be brought into the game, for lack of better term. So we are going to be getting into this next match here. BVU is going to send out a Pokemon trainer. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not 100% familiar with this matchup. I don't necessarily think it's bad for Falco, but I feel like Squirtle Falco is pretty even. I feel like Venusaur Falco might be Venusaur favored, and I think Falco Charizard is free combos for Falco. But we're going to see right here, if there was ever someone who could teach me this matchup, it'd be Scotty. Let's see what we can find. This is what I was worried about, but still, Venusaur's a pretty large character, and we're going to see it. The strings are going to come through, the down air, the nair, the up tilt, the back air. Scotty is all over this. Maybe too much, maybe getting a little in his head, but look at that string. The up tilt back air is going to explode Venusaur. That is stock one for Scotty, and it did not look uncomfortable at all. And now we're going to start on that combo food. And Pokemon Trainer is going to rightfully switch. They have that frame 1 escape option by switching to their next character. And now we're back into a kind of a rough neutral for Falco. The Venusaur is going to get the down throw up B. That's such a good kill confirm for them. But they went back to Charizard. Yep, just trying to get back to Squirtle. If Scotty can take both of these stocks here, that would be an absolute game changer. If he can get this one, obviously that's great, and we'll keep that one stock deficit. But if he can find both, that would be the turn of the tide. And so far, the percents are looking like it. Yes, being on Squirtle is better to not get comboed, but you're so low to kill percents. Up tilt, back air, he hit the attack cancel reverse. How does he do it? There's another for Scotty Macon, and he wants more. It's Squirtle. He doesn't even care. He still has the strings. 60%, he's going to read the switch. 80% now. Scotty Macon is guessing everything right. The reads are coming through. The combos are coming through. The callouts are coming through. Scotty Macon, the up smash, not going to kill, but we're going to keep going for it. We're in the advantage. We just want to press. We want to stay on top of this Charizard. And there's the back air. The sweet spot's going to kill. Scotty Macon doing what he does best, losing one stock and taking 3 away from BVU. I repeat, Scotty just turned a 1 stock deficit into a 1 stock lead, and now K-State is in the driver's seat of this match. I can't even explain that. I can't explain that to you. That is purely a diff there. Just absolute diff for Scotty. Losing 1 stock, taking 3 of his own. And now BVU has to go back to the drawing board, and they have to find their next player, their next character to be able to take this stock off of Scotty. Even if Scotty can't find anything, even if Scotty, goes down without putting up much of a fight, that's okay because he evened it out for his team. Now, if he can find the stock, that is just an absolutely insane lead that he's able to hold on to. We're going to have to see where it comes from. Sorry, just trying to deal with some other work stuff as well. But, yeah, Scotty, what a game out of him. I don't know. Here's the thing. I feel like when I think about what would be good on net play, or when I think about what would be good as online characters, the Spaceys, the Falco, doesn't immediately jump out to me, right? That's just not something that's on my mind. That's just not something that I think would work out the way that we want it to. But this Scotty Macon Falco online is just absolutely different. It's kind of impressive, honestly. It is such a combo character. It is such a read-heavy character. and we're playing a team from, I believe, Illinois. The lag isn't going to be great, you know. The feel isn't going to be great, but he's still able to make these callouts. He's still able to mash the right options on the right defensive plays. He's still able to make the callouts on Pokemon switches. That is insane. I don't know. I think it's hard to overstate how impressive that is in online. If you're not an active Smash competitor, especially if you didn't play during like COVID, it's hard to state how. It's hard to say how bad this game feels when played online. Quite frankly, it's tough. It is a tough play. It is a tough feel, but we're still able to navigate that and get back into this game here. Ooh. Now, I actually like this a lot. Their next player is a Mewtwo player. And I don't know what you guys know about Mewtwo, but I know that Mewtwo is straight combo food. So once Scotty gets rid of these stocks, he did it wrong. They're going to have to reset the game, I'm pretty sure, because he's supposed to throw away. He's supposed to throw away his stocks at the start of the game. Maybe he jumped the gun a little bit. Maybe got a little too excited. But yeah, we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see. I don't think there's any real infraction for that. I think he just I believe he just has to reset the game. I don't think anything bad happens. Scotty making clears, and then never mind, bro. Fraudy Mason. Fraudy Mason's kind of tough. So now that we're actually getting back into this, we're going to see Falco throw away his 2 stocks and then get into it. This matchup should be really good for him. I'm expecting Scotty to take the first stock here, and maybe some more. He's been playing absolutely insane. But that start is going to be kind of forfeit after the start of last game where he did exactly that. And now look, I'm sure this Mewtwo player is phenomenal, especially if he's doing some more anchoring for this team, but this is such a tough matchup to navigate. Yes, Mewtwo has that range like a Swordy, but just very different in terms of hitboxes and combo potential. And look at that, Scotty with the perfect read on the neutral B. It's going to start the combo game now for this Falco. Almost had the read, didn't quite hit, but up a commanding 50% here. We're just going to play aggressive. We won this first stock. Scotty knows that the longer this game goes, the more space this Mewtwo gets, and the scarier it is for him. So look, just staying aggressive, threatening every option, threatening the regrab, threatening the neutral get up, the jump, everything at once, while trying to stay out of the threat range. Now Mewtwo hits like a truck, quite frankly. Just does hit like a truck. So now that we're up at these, you know, a little bit higher percents, it can be scary for him to navigate, which is why you're seeing him slow down a bit on this neutral. He needs this first stock, but he can't forget his own. The forwarder's not going to be enough. There's the B reverse. He's trying to catch the TP, and no, can't make it happen, but he's going to dodge that. The up tilt is going to put Mewtwo in disadvantage. The online parry, just for extra sauce, I guess. The double reflector, up B's not going to connect, no, but the back air will. Scotty making first one, first stock locked in for him. Now at 86%, you're going to see him play hyper aggressive. He wants this stock, he wants some combos, maybe going for a few reads here, or he's going to keep his stock standard. Look, he is just mashing. He's just staying aggressive. There's a 90%. He's now match a lead. He almost had the read, but it wasn't quite there. What are we going to be able to see here from Scotty? Up tilt, back air. It's going to sour spot. It's not quite going to land. And the recovery is going to do him in. He almost had more. But Scotty making. I know he's kicking himself about that one. Quite frankly, I just know how he is. And I know that he could have had a little bit more in terms of stocks there, but he's going to find that one. He is going to get knocked out, but his team still has a 1-stock lead and the character advantage into this Mewtwo, which is absolutely beautiful. Now, left we have Bannon and Super Jocab. I would bet you Bannon is hopping in here as the Fox player. I bet you. Because Super Jocab is great, but I don't think the Pac-Man Mewtwo matchup is as good as the Fox one. Because Fox has that frame 1 reflector. Fox has the fast combo options into this Mewtwo. Where I feel like Pac-Man can kind of get walled. I feel like, you know, back tilt, up air, things like that make the matchup really difficult for Jocab's Pac-Man. So I'm excited to see Bannon. He's the one player on the team that we didn't get to see Monday because we won our game so convincingly. He just never got a turn. Mom never came calling. Older brother never put down the controller. He just never got to play. So I'm excited to see him if that's the direction we're going. Only time I'll be cheering for a Falco in my entire life. First time rooting for Falco. That, yeah, that's real, by the way. First time ever rooting for a Falco might be true. Now, I can't say that because obviously Scotty, I'm a big Scotty fan. And then I have a friend at, I don't need to leak, but I have a Falco player friend in the KC area, and he's absolutely amazing. Really, really nice guy. So I root for Falco maybe a little more than I should. The Pac-Man Mewtwo matchup doesn't matter when it's the Super Jocab versus Ignorant Fool matchup. That's kind of tough. I'm not gonna hold you. That's kind of tough. Yeah, I mean, I'm really not gonna hold you. That's sick. But I'd still like to see Bannon come out here more than Super Jocab. And I also trust Jocab to answer. I feel like he plays pretty well under stress. Now, he can struggle to kill a bit when he gets under stress, I feel, but in terms of how well he plays neutral, how well he can take upset wins, I think he's got that. He has proven that he can take big wins, you know, at regionals or monthlies or things like that against players that are considered better. All right, we're going to be getting right back into these games. K-State leads 6-5, and we are going to see Bannon come out. I am so excited. We haven't got to see this. We're going to see Mewtwo throw away that first life, obviously. But Bannon versus Mewtwo, this is looking like a good one. Like I said, I like this matchup a lot for KSU. Little bit of shield pressure there, we'll call it. But look at this, just the dash attacks, the up tilts, the forward tilts, just everything is in Mewtwo's face, and he has no options to get away. Nice little jab reset. Another! Bannon is just enjoying his meal right now. And Mewtwo has to teleport to safety. No other tools to get away from that. And look, Bannon is just threatening so much space right now. Like, how do you approach this? Uh-oh, Bannon gets caught out on the recovery, but is able to make it back eventually and get onto ledge safely. Bit of a percent lead here. Doesn't super matter because Mewtwo kills so early, but it's more about the pressure and if he can get in this Mewtwo's head, and there it is, the raw up smash in neutral is going to take game one. That's what I'm talking about with getting in their head. That's what I'm talking about with the mental mattering. That is going to be his first stock of Nationals. His first stock of the game, and now he has an opportunity to give K-State their biggest lead of the match yet. If he can take this stock without throwing his away, this would put KSU in a commanding 6-3 lead. So much pressure is being applied on this ledge. How do you even get through this? Up to 60% already, and he's already shown that he can find even more. Mewtwo can't even throw out that Shadow Ball in neutral without the pressure of Reflector, of Shine coming through. And look, Bandit's not even going off stage. He knows that that's not going to get him what he wants. He's just pressuring the ledge. But he does get caught out by the down smash. Unfortunate timing on the neutral get up, but it's not over at all. As long as he can find the stock here without losing his own, that is a 5-3 KSU lead. As long as he can find this, we should be in the clear. He's going to be getting caught out a bit here. You can tell he's trying to slow down, but no run up Up smash is going to take it. He is going to send Mewtwo home packing from game 1. And he only loses a stock of his own. Bannon comes in for the first time, takes 2 stocks to his 1, and gives us a 5-3 lead. There is only one player now left for the side of BVU, Buena Vista University. There's only one player left for them, as K-State is leading this charge. Bannon has 2 stocks to handle this last player, and if you can't make it happen, no stress. We send in Super Joe Cab, we send in the Pac-Man, we send in the Snake, we send in the Banjo, and we let him take care of the rest. So, what we need to see from Bannon here is 1 stock. 1 stock from Bannon, and I'm a happy camper. Obviously, I think he could get all 3 here. He's the type of guy who can get all 3. Also could get 2 or whatever, but 1 stock keeps us in the lead, gives Jokab a nice little runway to get into the game. But if I know Bannon and I know this team, I know that they're going for even more. This is great glaze in my YouTube chat of K-State Esports. I infamously love K-State Esports glaze, so this is good. We should keep it going. Apparently, interesting. Apparently, Marvel Rivals is playing their round 2 nationals right now. I thought that was not them. I was told it was Rocket League, so I might need to figure out what's going on there, but that's a story in and of itself, and also not one that I will be able to stream, because I am here with K-State Smash, obviously, until we are good to go. Now, I did want to check this because I mentioned it earlier on broadcast. I do have the list of the top 100 players in Kansas, and I'm pretty sure this entire roster is on there. So I just want to check. This is according to Shoe Stats. This was updated about 3 weeks ago. Yeah, let me check. I was pretty sure. Yeah, Friendcat is number 91 in Kansas. Unfortunately, I can't show it on screen just because of how I have it. Jokab 76 in Kansas. Bannon number 79. And then Scotty Macon was all the way up at 48. So all 4 of these players are in the top 100 of Kansas Smash. Scotty in the top half. Bannon high enough to be able to finish this one out against Sephiroth. Might be a bit of a rough matchup. I'm going to be honest with you. Sephiroth Fox is not in my matchup wheelhouse. This is not something I've got in the tank. However, I do know that Fox is allowed to press a lot of buttons, and Sephiroth does not have a lot of ways to stop him from pressing a lot of buttons. There's not a lot of out of shield. There's not a lot of quick neutral tools that are better than Fox's. So who knows? As long as Bannon can keep the pressure, keep the space, should be very winnable for him. As long as he knows ball and knows the matchup. So far it's looking like it. He is going to get an early % lead here. And try and hold on to it. And look at that! The landing there. Run up smash. That's stock 1 now for Bannon. And look at this. He's just slowing it down. He's going to wait for Sephiroth to throw out some moves, and he's going to whiff punish. Nice and easy, right? He has the lead. He's playing on house money at this point. All he has to do is wait for the moves and punish. See, and just like that. If there's a forward tilt into shield, if there's an option into shield, he's allowed to just pressure and let it be. Perfect. He's going to wait for the bad option. He's going to run up, get the up air again. 70% now for the Sephiroth. He's getting dangerously close to kill % again. And now we see Bannon activate. This is a much more aggressive look out of him now that he knows the pressure is on and the stock is on the line. He was playing slow to build up that early %, and now he wants more. The back air, not quite going to do it. But that's the up smash. Bannon has taken 2 stocks here in this last game without losing a single one. And look at it now. He is just playing aggressive. He understands that he has won the mental warfare. When he is in the Sephiroth's face, he has not lost an interaction yet. He's taken a little bit of damage for his trebles, but he hasn't given up much. And he's allowed to just run with that. Or not. He's going to get F-tilted down to his last stock. But there are 4 stocks left for KSU. An entire player waiting in the wings versus BVU's last hope, which is this Sephiroth, this stock right here. If Bannon could make this happen, if Bannon could take 5 stocks all on his own, that would be absolutely insane. And look at that whiff punish, just perfectly reading the landing option by Sephiroth. And now 97% the down smash is going to connect. Bannon wins game 1 for KSU. Bannon loses 1 stock of his own and takes 3 away from BVU. The absolute pulverization. I was digging for a fun word, so I hope you all like that one. But the absolute pulverization of this BVU roster. KSU with 4 stocks. That's hilarious. I'll read that in a second. KSU with 4 stocks left in the tank. An entire other player is going to win game 1. Going to win game 1 and take it away from BVU. If I'm not miscounting, Bannon took 5 stocks to his 2 that were taken out. I might be miscounting. I don't think he dealt with the entirety of the other player, but I believe it was 5. That's absolutely crazy, right? That is absolutely insane, and you love to see it. Okay, that's really funny. This is no disrespect to BVU. This is purely reading a chat message. Anti-fumbles. Colleges pay people to do down airs like that. I'm paraphrasing. That's hilarious, considering we don't pay our players. Or at least these ones yet. We're working on it. But that is absolutely hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. Sorry, I'm just trying to mentally reset from what I was just watching. It's hard for me not to get too hyped too early because we have an entire another game, maybe 2 to play, and we're gonna have to see how these next ones go. Because in case you don't know, when game 1 ends, everything resets. The map bans reset. Who leads for each team resets. Everyone is back in the game. Everyone has their 12 stocks back. So I need to make sure I fix that. But everyone gets their stocks back, and we are right back to where we were at the start of game 1, except K-State is now halfway to moving on to round 3 of nationals. To be clear, right now, it is the top 8 teams in their division. If they win this one, they are a top 4 team of their division in year 1 of K-State Smash. I've been known to glaze. I've been known to be a very proud fan. But hey, this is why. This is so fun to watch, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, the other thing that I wanted to pull up that I wasn't sure on is how we did at Heartland. Friendcat 12 stock incoming. Okay, someone can clip this. I know I'm on YouTube, but there's where to clip on YouTube. If Friendcat gets 12 stocks here, I'll give them $100. $100 if Friendcat 12 stocks. If Friendcat can win this entire game for K-State, $100. You know what? I'll give scholarship. We'll figure something out. We'll figure out some way, scholarship, cash, whatever, to give Friendcat $100 for this 12-0. If you can 12-0 in a national playoff game, I'll figure something out. Maybe, you know what? No, that goes for the whole team. If any of these people can 12-0 game 2, we'll figure something out. I will get you paid. I will get you your money. We will figure it out. Oh, that would be absolutely hilarious. One I would love to see. But we are now going to get into game 2. This is the first round. We are going to see Bannon back in action against this Min, the captain and the lead for BVU. So I'm not so sure on this matchup. I'm not a professional by any means, but I'm excited to see it. And this is also the first time we've seen Friendcat not be the lead here. We're going to have to see how that affects their mental and how that affects their play when we get into it. But for now, I just want to see some more classic Bannon action. However, I don't think Smashville is a good stage for him. This is tough. Look, Min Min is just able to control so much space, and especially so much horizontal space. You have to play this perfectly if you're Bannon, and take the most of every opening you can find. He has been zoned off so much this game. The forward smash is going to catch, but not quite. The up smash will. Bannon, not the most successful stock I've seen out of him. That's tough. This matchup is absolutely brutal. And look, I'll be honest, for the side of BVU, I think the point of this Min lead is to demoralize whoever they have to play against. Absolutely demoralize whoever they have to play against, because even if you're able to take them out and keep going, you just had to play a 7-minute game against a Min. I don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. None of us want to do that. So you have to know that this is so tough on the KSU players' mental, whether or not they're taking these stocks. And right now, it's more looking like not. Bannon is down in percent again, despite being down a full stock. And look, the tools just aren't there to deal with this Min. Up smash on shield, not quite going to get the read, but he's not going to get punished. Down air, up smash, not enough. He's trying to call out this down air. Try and call it the shield pressure, but he just doesn't get the timing right. This is brutal. Oh no, Bannon loses stock number 2 and has nothing to show for it except for that up smash. I talked too soon. Bannon now on an even stock. He's going to get some early percent, and this is where we need to see Bannon be locked in. The percent has to go up. The opportunity has to be perfect. You can't be zoned out all game. We need another stock out of you. K-State needs another stock out of you here to be able to keep your team in a good position. We've got to see something. It's going to be a good little string. Going to get him some pressure. All we can ask for from this KSU Fox now is to find stock number 2 and keep his team in it. I mean, we had a 1 stock deficit last game. If we can just get back to that, but no. Bannon is only going to find 1 and is going to go down. That is not what you typically see out of him. And BVU only loses the 1 stock. K-State trails by 2 stocks after round 1. That is not something we've seen before. Even last game, where we were trailing by 1 stock, we were able to switch in, get it taken care of without losing anything, and then get back into the game, right? Being down 2 stocks is a very different story. You're basically playing a new set. This is like you get to a tournament, you're playing a new set against a new opponent, right? This is very, very scary for KSU. You have to be able to find something here immediately. If you can't find both of these stocks without only losing 1 or 2, you're in a deficit for the rest of the game. And look, I'll be honest, I think this is probably their best player. I think there's a reason this Min is the captain. I think there's a reason they lead them. But the rest of this team seemed very competent. That Mewtwo, new ball. I knew that was a really good matchup for us, obviously, with the 2 Spaceys, but that Mewtwo knows ball. And the Mewtwo matchup is pretty good into Pit and pretty good into Pac-Man. And we just lost one of our answers. So as it's going to be up to Scotty to be kind of the Mewtwo stopper here. But now that we're behind, we don't get the benefit of counter switching into the Mewtwo as easily. We're going to have another deficit before we get to do that. And I know I'm talking a lot, and I know I'm kind of hyper-analyzing, but this is why this format is just so intriguing and so interesting. Yes, we only got 1 stock there, and that's bad on the face value of we're down 2 stocks, but think about it now. Even if we perfect this out and are able to neutralize, we're going to lose the counter pick war, and then that's going to be tough for the rest of our players and tough for the mental. And now we're down the Fox, the very talented Fox, and Fox is a character that shuts down a lot of these players. So we're going to have to see what they can get done here. I want to see Friendcat come back in. I think Friendcat had a very good grasp on the matchup. I think Friendcat's characters of Pit and Dark Pit played very well into the Min. The arrows were just absolutely decimating the Min off stage. They were adding on so much percent. The down B, the side B were keeping them safe from all the onslaught of, pardon my joke here, but arms. I want to see Friendcat come back in. I want to see Friendcat come back in, take these 2 stocks, maybe, you know, lose 1, hopefully lose none, and get K-State rolling in the right direction. this is not the same early lead that we've been seeing. So once you lose a game, if I'm familiar on the rules correctly, once you lose a game, basically you blind pick your character or your player into the other team, and then the losing team gets to pick their character after, so they kind of get like a neutralization tool. So I think that's what happened. I think we led Bannon, and then we saw they saw that and then led with their min, and that makes it really tough on us. But now we're going to send in Scotty Macon on this Falco. I'm a believer. I'm always a believer in any of these players, but this might be one of the tougher matchups for us. We're going to have to see it here. Scotty, you have to take these 2 stocks without losing too much. I think PS2 is much better for us here. I think Smashville is also just a brutal stage. That reflector's not actually going to reflect the arms. It's a little tough. And so we can see we're trying to hold the center stage base, but we're getting punished for it. This is a flip of what normally happens in these matchups. Holding center stage and holding shield is not going to be enough for Scotty Macon. You can tell the matchup and experience is coming through here for both Bannon and Scotty. It's just not a character that we see much, not a character that they've had to deal with much. The forward smash call, and he's going to hold on to it, and he's going to get punished for it in a big way. But here's the combo chain. It's going to come through. Not quite the kill. The kill will come. So there's stock 1. Scotty now is going to try desperately to hold on to the stock, because if he can, that is an insane pullback for KSU. And look at this combo. It is just absolutely custom. 60%, the up, the down, the nair, the everything. Well, it's not going to be enough, as Scotty's going to lose the stock. Now, losing 1 here is acceptable. If you can make this happen right here, just like that. Just like that. Scotty listened, Scotty heard, Scotty locked in. He's going to bring this back for K-State just a little bit. Now, we are not even, we're not winning, but 8 stocks to 9 stocks, we can live with that. That's what we saw last game. We had a very similar situation where we were down 1, but we were able to lock in and get it going off of the back of Scotty. So we're going to have to see what this counter pick is. This Min rolls after every dare and people are letting it happen. Yes, Kendon, yes. I think people get scared of Scary Arms Lady when she has down air and up smash. And Min online is also like kind of harder to deal with, I'd argue. But yeah, trust me, Kenny. I see it. But all that matters is that we were able to equalize that, and we're gonna have to see who they play into next. I can't imagine they send out the Mewtwo here, no matter how much I wish. Because I think if they send out Mewtwo here, Scotty takes all 3, no issue. Now maybe I'm gassing it up too much. Maybe I'm up here. Maybe I'm thinking too hard. But if they send out this Mewtwo, that is the best look for K-State. So we're going to have to see what they can get going here as we're getting ready for game 2. Or sorry, not game 2, the next round. I should specify. The next round, we're still in game 2, since K-State is leading the set count. It's the Pokemon Trainer. Okay, Scotty played very well into the Pokemon Trainer as well. I'm actually pretty okay with this. Obviously, I wish they led the Mewtwo, because we would have had a field day with that. But I think Scotty was locked in against this Pokemon Trainer, and I think he has this matchup down to a T. So let's see what we can find here. There it is. The chain is going to come through even onto the Squirtle. That's a lot of damage. 50% with nothing traded back. The backer were already threatening so much space. Look at this. I was talking mad game about how much Scotty knew here, and he's just going to come out and show it in the up smash. Gonna catch, not going to kill, but the down air? Scotty Macon knows ball. Now, I know there are a couple of Pokemon trainers in Kansas, and I know there are some, especially at KU, so maybe there's some matchup knowledge here. And maybe he knows something that we don't. Or maybe he's just that locked in, and it doesn't matter who he's playing against. But this is a good look for Stock 1. The pressure is not quite there. No, Scotty gets called out with a random down air and just doesn't have his jump. He is going to equalize, but now we're going from potentially evening or winning the lead to playing for whatever we can find. Scotty has to find this stock here to keep his team even barely in it. And we're going to see a lot of damage come through, but not quite the kill. He misjudges the Squirtle recovery quite a bit. It's a hard recovery to mess with. Always has been. Uh-oh, the up B's not going to sweet spot, so he's going to get away with his life, but the side B is going to spike. Not quite enough. And look at that, he dodged the up air. He got under, and now he has this juggling situation. Scotty, you can tell the pressure's getting to him, but he's trying to stay reserved. He's trying to hold. There it is, side B. Back air is going to find another stock for Scotty. Just going even in this matchup, which is all you can ask for. And now we're going to see if he can take it all the way. 50% already to his name. And this Pokemon trainer is panicked in the disadvantage. Look, they just don't know what to do when they're in these combo states. The up throw, up air, not going to be enough, but Scotty is staying aggressive. Maybe to a fault, but that's okay. No punish yet. He is now leading in percent. Scotty Macon has the opportunity to make something magical happen here again in game 2. Up tilt, back air, sweet spot. Scotty Macon wins it. I repeat, Scotty Macon goes down 1 stock to 3 and is able to pull it back for K-State. We went from losing by 2 stocks to winning by 1, and now they have to send out a new player to face the demon that is Scotty Macon. I can't make this up. Okay, we get into these games and Scotty turns into prime, like, who even plays Falco? Larry Lur turns into prime. Oh, who's that one player that, like, played a bunch of, like, Wi-Fi's back in the day? If anyone's in chat, let me know. There's that Falco, really, really good. You're gonna say the name and I'm gonna know it. I forget the name, but Scotty, as soon as he's on the national stage, he turns into prime Larry Lur, turns into prime Falco, and is going to be able to make something magical happen. 7-6 now, only 2 players away from K-State winning this entire matchup. 2 players separating them from glory. This is looking good here for KSU. That is so good for Scotty. I know his mental is in the right place, but more importantly, I know BVU's isn't, and they're going to send out the Sephiroth. I think this is what they have to do, because if they send out that Mewtwo, it is combo city, and you can't let that happen. Scotty's going to have to get rid of these first 2 lives before getting into it, but I think he can take another one off of the Sephiroth here. He looked very competent. Thunder wasn't quite the fuck I was thinking of. I'll look it up later. Anyways, yeah, here it is. We're gonna get straight into it, and Scotty, immediate combo, immediate damage, and he wanted even more. Oh, but he finds it! The ledge regrab is going to make the Sephiroth down air, and he gets a free stock. I repeat, a free stock, and now we're back in the combo blender. Scotty Macon, KSU. What can you find for me? The side B. Gonna get called out a little bit, but damage still just racking up. Anything he can find here is just icing on the cake. The percent's pretty close here, especially if Scotty can find another early stock. Look, the Sephiroth is just so afraid of what could be that they're not really thinking about what is. They're just leaving so many simple options up to Scotty to the side like that. And look, the percents are all evened up, and the Sephiroth is afraid. The side B, back air, Old reliable for Scotty Macon. And he's going to stay mobile, stay active, and give himself a chance in this down air. Up tilt, up air, 40% now. Scotty, he could keep going. He's going to keep going. That down air's not going to kill quite yet, 70%. That's enough for Scotty to make something happen here. Side B, back air, not quite going to kill, but it's so close. The nair. Okay, Scotty Macon. Who are you? I'm in an apartment, and I don't want to get evicted for a noise complaint. But, like, I really don't want to get evicted here. But who are you? Scotty gets on the national stage and does this. Are you kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding me? I wanted to pop off so bad, but I'm not streaming from like our stream room, so I can't. Like, I need you guys to know how hard this is on me. The energy that I have right now, and I have to like talk at a barely above room level volume, is absolutely killing me. I didn't even change the score right here. I have to go fix that. He didn't lose a stock. He didn't lose a stock. He eliminated an entire player in what should be a rough matchup without losing a stock. I mean, that is just absolutely insane. And now they're forced onto their Mewtwo, probably their second best player, in one of the worst matchups that the Mewtwo could even have. K-State has this last stock of Scotty, yeah, and then two players just ready to go in and finish this one for KSU. I mean, and that was a rough start to the matchup too, and he's still able to make something happen.
3, 2, 1, go!
We're gonna see. He's gonna have to throw away those first two stocks, obviously, but it doesn't even matter if we saw what we see last time. If Scotty can find one here, it is just pure ego at that point. What can he find? The Mewtwo's trying to stay low, not trying to get up tilted, not trying to get aerialed. Kind of respect it, but gonna get punished eventually. Scotty just needs one combo to get this rolling. And look, he's just fishing so hard. I love this out of Scotty. Look, everything is threatening. Everything is scary. Everything is a combo starter. And he's just fishing for it. Look at this. There is no chill. He threatened the uppy into shield and then just went away with it. That's kind of tough. Scotty. Parrying the down smash just because he can. The reverse turnaround. Back air. Scotty claims another soul on his road to national victory, and it's still going. 40%, 50%. A couple of missed moves doesn't even matter. The combo is still rolling. Down air after down air. The grabs, the throw, the reflector is oh so good. Scotty Macon doesn't care. There's a free reflector shot. Why not? The down air on stage. He's going to read it, but the forward smash isn't going to connect. The down tilt is going to send him to the stratosphere. Nair's not quite going to finish. But Scotty Macon is just in the driver's seat in every possible way. The up smash isn't quite going to do it. But the back air will. Scotty Macon, 70%, 1 life. Make that 90% 1 life. But he wants more. He's just going to keep going. He understands that all he can do now is throw moves at this Mewtwo, and the Mewtwo has no options, no answers, no out of shield, no neutral. Scotty is absolutely electric in this matchup, and look, you can see him fishing. You can see him wanting more. Everything is threatening. He dodges the down B. The percents are evened up now. He wants the spike. He gets the footstool. Scotty Macon. Scotty Macon gets the footstool. Did he just take 9 stocks? Wait, did he take 11 stocks? I forgot because I wasn't mentally there and I didn't fix anything. Scotty Macon effectively like JV4's another player. Scotty Macon wins the entire series. Scotty Macon wins the entire series for KSU. I repeat, if I'm not mistaken, 11 stocks for him. 11 stocks. Scotty, how do you do that? It's over. It is over. I repeat, it is over. K-State is moving on to round 3 for KSU. Uh, KSU is moving on to round 3 of national playoffs. A top 4 team in their division. I think we're going to try and get another interview, see who we can get in on this. That is just absolutely insane. And you're in my chat now. You're crazy, by the way. You are absolutely wild. So we are going to try and get this interview set up. I'm losing my mind. I'm probably going to hear banging on my door telling me to be quiet. But KSU Smash gets 11 stocks with one player to move on in nationals. You can't make this up. The national competition, the best of the best of their division, of their skill, and we're just rolling. KSU is absolutely frying in this Division 5. And I think we're going to go ahead and get ready for this interview. We'll be right back in about 30 seconds, 45 seconds, so don't you go anywhere. We will be right back. All right, K-State Esports and Inferno fans, whatever you want to call it, we are back with Super Joe Cab, Friend Cat. What a game.
Yeah, it was a landslide for sure.
Game 1 was closer than anything we saw on Monday. I thought we were going to be in for a stretch. I thought we were going to be in for, a long night. And then Game 2, Scotty Macon showed up. How are you feeling about that?
Well, as far as I know, that was seed 5 and we're seed 4.
That's the best.
I don't know if that's necessarily true. Don't take that as gospel, but as far as I know, that's what it is. Today, Scotty's performance against that Min in round 1, I thought set the tone for the night of the Min ruling the court. But then after he took that Min out and then wiped the rest of it.
Yeah.
Wait, he did.
In game
11
2 or game 1?
Game 2.
Yeah, in game 2.
In game 2, he took 11 stocks. He took out the entire team apart from the first stock.
Which, just gross, by the way. Just absolutely gross. So I was joking on broadcast. I don't know. I think you were watching because you messaged me about it. I said if anyone gets a 12 stock, I'll get him $100.
Dang it. We should have sent Scotty first.
Not a
He
12
fell
stock. Not a 12 stock. But I believe that was 9 stocks taken on his last life alone. That's wild.
He took the
Yeah,
stock off
yeah.
and the
Yeah, because he died in that first stock against the Pokemon trainer.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It was either 8 or 9 stocks, not sure on that. But that being said, we've done enough glazing here. It's a team game, right? Joe Cap, we didn't get to see you play tonight. Yeah, we didn't get to see Bannon on Monday because you guys just keep winning by so much. Are you happy not playing, or do you want to get back out there? Or?
I would have loved to play tonight. I'm wearing my Pac-Man shirt today, but and Pac-Man socks. But I was ready. But honestly, out of everyone's gameplay today, I'm very satisfied. We definitely did about as good as, well, way better than we needed to. Scotty, low-key, well, not even low key. He just did. He just carried us. I was ready to step in on that Sephiroth and the Mewtwo at the end there, but he just did it.
He was just there. Yeah, no, that is crazy. So super sorry we didn't get to see you today. Unfortunate, but hey, sometimes when your team's the goats, you just gotta watch.
Hey, I'm the captain of a good team.
There you go. That's a really good mindset. That's a really good framing for that. Friendcat, attention over to you. You played great. Obviously, you only got to play that game 1. You weren't around for game 2 as Scotty Macon led a massacre. But game 1, I thought you were looking great in that Min matchup.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. I know there's only like one Min player in Kansas, so it makes it a little hard to play. Maybe 1 or 2. But I know that makes the matchup a little hard, but how do you feel about like the Pit Min? Because that looked really good.
I've fought Min even like in my high school career, so I've always just had some experience with it. And being like a character with multiple jumps, projectiles, and like a shield that I can use it to my advantage, even in the air, it just really helps me like really keep them at a distance, like
with fake outs.
yeah.
Yeah.
I did use, because my down B, if it breaks, I get advantage on it, and I did use that, I think, at least once to punish for it.
Wow. No, I was gonna say Min obviously a tough matchup. Obviously tough for a lot of the characters in our character pool, and I thought you were kind of the answer for that there. Once again, until Scotty went and did that. But that was absolutely crazy. Phenomenal match tonight, guys. Just looking forward real quick. What are we looking at for our next couple of games? You are now in the top 4 of the nation in this division,
Yes.
right?
In this division, we have made it to quarterfinals? Or was this quarterfinals? Semifinals is next week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let me pull up the schedule real quick.
We have Tuesday. I don't know what Tuesday is.
Tuesday will be semi.
Yeah, Tuesday is semifinals, and then if we win that, it'll be May 5th, I believe, that next Tuesday after for finals.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. No, that sounds fantastic. I was pulling that up as well. Top 4, 2 games left. Are we feeling good? Are we feeling like there's some changes that need to happen, or are we feeling like we could just keep practice as normal? Keep going to Little Apple Smash, all that. What's the vibes?
Well, as the captain, we are doing phenomenal work for our division, especially for our division. And we are not going to stop just because we're at the top 4. We're going to take that 1. And if not, then we had a really good season, and I'm proud of how far we've made it. But I think we can do it.
Heck yeah. I like that confidence. I love watching you guys play. I'm either gonna get evicted or lose my voice or both. So I need to figure out somewhere else to cast from, because it is so hard not to pop off watching you guys. Yeah, K-State Smash. This has been sick. You guys are playing absolutely phenomenal. I'm excited to see you guys in the next 2 games, and then I'm excited to see you guys win a trophy in your first year ever. So that's all for me. Do you guys have any other thoughts before we close it for the night?
Thank you again for running this.
Yes. Despite the fact that we had a tornado watch.
Yeah.
We did. I was in a bunker 20 minutes before starting stream, or like 30 minutes before starting stream. I was in like a storm shelter bunker with like 80 other people. It was not great, but we got there. It doesn't even matter. You guys are playing absolutely phenomenal. Thank you to everyone watching. Thank you to everyone who supported this team. We will see you guys this Friday at Little Apple Smash, and then we'll also see you guys next week, Nationals top 4. Thank you everyone for watching.